they come of their own. So they come only to give us the guidance. The God incarnation is completely different. It's called avatara in Sanskrit. Avatarana, coming down. So down from where? Just as if they are somewhere in the above, they're coming down. There's Baladev Vidyabhushan, a great scholar. He has given a beautiful definition of the avatar. And he says in this way, avatara means aprapanchat prapanche avataranat. Aprapanchat. Prapancha means manifested. Aprapancha, unmanifested. From the unmanifested, when it is manifested, that is called avatar. Avatarana, as if it is not coming down from anywhere. It is all over here, but unmanifested. The moment it manifests, it is called avatar. The aprapanchat prapanche avataranam is avatar. Now, what is the purpose of avatar? Purpose of avatar is to establish the righteousness, dharma sthapana. To establish the righteousness. How to establish the righteousness? In two different ways. One, by protecting the good and punishing the bad. When he is punishing the bad, removing the bad, and also protecting the good. Vinashanam dushkritam. So he will be destroying the all bad doers, and paritranaya sadhunam, and saving the sadhu. Now, who is a sadhu again? How can you, that God has to understand that he is a sadhu or not? The sadhu means those who think about others, pray for others, help others. That is called sadhu. Sadhu means the good, the best. Why? Because it is sometimes emotionally we think about others, we help others. But when we know that particular person is nothing but the form of God, and that's called spiritual enlightenment. We all are feeling for others. In this country, when there is an accident, people do not go to rush over there to help. They call 911. Advanced country, they have all arrangement. Immediately people, they come, train up people, they help. But the countries like India and all, who are trying to develop, what they do, local people who are around, they are all run over there. They will try to help people. Sometimes they damage also, as because they do not know. But even then, they go rushing down and helping them. So these are the different way we are also helping. How God helps, gives us the right thought. It says in the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord is helping us. How he is helping us? That he will come down, he'll do all our job. No, not like that. He'll give us the right thought. It says, Buddhi yogam dadam maham. I give the buddhi. Buddhi means the right, the decision. The mana buddhi, mostly you know, mana means when we are not decisive, thinking what I should do and why I should not. And when I can take the decision, that's called buddhi. So he gives that buddhi, decisive faculty. You must do this, you must do that. It comes in the mind. And when you are taking up that, when you are doing that, you are correct. But when there is a doubt, shall I do it or not, know it for sure, that is not God's buddhi. And when the God gives the buddhi, there is no doubt at all. You feel convinced, I am doing it. So this is the way. Now, what is avatara? Unmanifested, manifesting. That means he is everywhere. Then suddenly he is just manifesting. Why? To protect the good doers and to punish the wrongdoers. And how he will protect the good doers? By giving the buddhi. And how he is punishing the wrongdoers? In two avatars, we found that actually physically punishing them, and in the third avatar, transforming them. So we will come to that. Let us begin with the Sri Ramachandra. Now, I will chant and then please repeat after me at the beautiful pranam mantra of Sri Rama. Apadam apahartaram dataram sarva sampradam lokaviramam Sri Ramam bhuyo bhuyo namamyam Ramaya Ramachandraya Ramabhadraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namah. Om Sri Sita Lakshmana Bharata Shatrughna Hanumat Sameta Sri Ramachandra Parabrahmane Namaha. Sri Ramachandra is the Parabrahma. Now this last word, para means above, absolute. Now Brahma, all-pervasive consciousness. The Hindus, they believe that there is an all-pervasive consciousness. And they have given the name as the Brahman. This Brahman, all-pervasive consciousness, when it takes the form, some people, they like to think in that way. That's called Vishnu. Vishnu again, Vistareti Vishnu. That which is all-pervasive is called Vishnu. That means the same thing, only they are helping us by giving a name and form. If there is a name and form, it becomes easy for us to concentrate. That is another group of Hindus, that Tantrika, they say, what is Tantra? Tantra means power. They also say, Tanyate, Vistaryate, Jnanam, iti Tantram. Tanyate, what is the Tantra? Vistaryate, all-pervasive. What? Jnanam, knowledge. Iti Tantram. Then what is that jnana? That without the power, nothing can be activated. That is the jnana. They also say all-pervasive, the Tantra. Vaishnava also say all-pervasive. Vedanta also say all-pervasiveness. But Vedanta says it is consciousness and no name and form. So we are following the path of Vaishnava right this moment. And that is why in the Vaishnava, they say avatar. I'll remind you, when Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna was giving the answer to the Narendranath, he said, he who was Rama, he who was Krishna, now at present in this body at Ramakrishna. But then his last word is, not according to your Vedanta. He mentioned that. Even at that time, he was correcting, not according to your Vedanta. Vedanta means Advaita Vedanta. In Advaita, there is no two, conception of two. This is one. So we are now following Dvaita Vedanta. In the Dvaita Vedanta, God is there, I am here. Now that God is full of love. Why? Because He is me. He has created me out of His own. Now, naturally, the question will come, how God created? Because He is all power, so He has created. With what He has created? Out of His own being, because there was no two. Nothing extra was there in that Veda, Rig Veda. The questions are there. Has He created this world out of wood? Because in those days we can understand all forest, everything was wood only. So where from? From which garden, which forest? He collected the woods. The young people, they're coming and asking questions to the seniors. The God first made him as a male and a female, both. Then He started creating. So we know that in the conception of half male, half female, that is the God who creates. Now, this God created this universe out of His own. So we also belong to Him only. And He has created different beings. Now, when He sees that His best creation, the human being, making mistake, they are accepting His creation as real, and they are putting whole soul, mind and soul to that, then it is the adharma. So, yada yada dharmasya glani. In Bhagavad Gita it says, dharma glani. What is dharma glani? The people are confused about the righteousness. They think these things are the best thing. We kill thousands of people on one relics of God. So these little part of this portion of this brick or this stone or this wood belongs to our supreme God. So let us go and fight for them. So many wars they have lost. So these are all wrong things. That is not God. We can remember God through that much. So that time God comes to punish. And yesterday we have discussed that Satya Yuga, there was no problem. Why? All were Swatikas, because that was the time when the creator, the firstborn, the Brahma, he created with all best quality, as if it is he. So all were very good people. So Avatara didn't come. It was not necessary for the God to take avatar. Next, he tried, as yesterday we were discussing, as if we do not know, using some more portion from the Raja, Sattva Raja Tama. He used the Raja and then also added Tama, and different people came. Then what to do? God Himself came as Sri Ramachandra. But the uniqueness is this: it is not the full-fledged manifestation. He divided Himself into 4 parts: Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, and Shatrughna. And not only that, a little power, a little portion of the porridge that also went to the mother of Hanumanji, and she also drank that, and Hanuman also was the part of that same God, same Supreme Being. And that is the reason, as we were chanting, Sita, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrughna, Hanumat Sameta. Why Hanumana? We can understand Sita is the power of Rama, and these are the 3 brothers of Rama. It's okay. How come the Hanumana is there in the same line? And why we are respecting and repeating that with great respect as if he also belongs to the same line? Because when that Pari, you know the story, and the Ramayana story, and Dasharatha was not having any children, so he organized a yajna, from that, the Parij came, and that was distributed among the three queens of the Dasharatha. And the second queen was not very much attentive. So one portion of that liquid was falling down. So a crow came and took that, and it was flying. The Indra, the king of God, noticed it, and he immediately asked the Vayu Devata, the fastest, go, because that crow doesn't know what is it. Go and take that portion from that. So the Vayu Devata came and took it out from the crow and said, now what I'm going to do with this? He said, go straight, and you will find one lady in the southern part of India. She is sitting on the top of a hill and meditating on God. She wants a son. Give it to her. So that portion was given to the mother of Anumana. And that is why it's called Pavanaputra. Anuman is the Pavanaputra, means the Pavana, the air god. The air god carried that, so Pavanaputra. Putra means son. He was the son of the god, but in this sense. So this Hanumana also belongs to the Sita is the power of the god. So Sita is there. Then Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrughna. So the god divided him into these three brothers. They became totally four, and little part Hanumana, Sita. This is the total family that they came. Why? It was not necessary for the god to manifest his whole power. The majority of the people were good, they're doing. Only thing, civilization was developing. So we'll be discussing tomorrow the contribution of Sri Ramachandra to humanity, how he has helped us to develop the humanity. And this Ramachandra, what he did, he manifested, and then he lived the life. And by that way, he started establishing the religion. And when he was establishing the religion, he was protecting the good and punishing the bad. I will just remind you a little these portions that it goes. Rishi Vishwamitra, he came in the court of the father of Rama, and he said, some people are disturbing my meditation, and I am organizing some program. So can you please send your son to do that, protect us? He is only 12 years old. And how can he protect? I will send some of our soldiers. No. Then I myself will go. Dasharatha offered. I myself will go and then take care of those things. No, you need not to. You are busy with many other things. Give your son. Why? He wanted to train him. Vishwamitra knew why the Rama has advented, why the Rama has come. Who is this Rama? So he wanted to train him up under the pretext of all this. There we find when this young boy, 12 years old, and his brother, Lakshmana, almost the same age, so they were going, he was going on introducing that two boys about the geography of the country. So this is how the weather the changes, how the people they live. And he showed, see, this is the place where so many people were there. But the other group of people came and they killed them and destroyed them. So this is happening. You are the people, the Kshatriya kings, you have to protect. So people should not cry for food, for the clothings, for the shelter. And you are the kings. You have to protect them. So he was training them up. Not only that, he was giving the training with the military training also. How to use this arm, that arm, different type of weapons, and how to understand that where these, that army, that military, the trainings are there. So he went on giving the history, the geography, the sociology, and also the military training, because they were the princes, they were kings. Vishwamitra trained them up. And he said, see, you have to develop your friends also. You cannot fight alone. So how you can develop the friendship? By marrying the daughters of other kings. So you have to find out very powerful kings. And if they have the daughters, you have to approach them. All these things he was teaching. And you know that on the way back, after all this training, he went and he killed so many wrongdoers, unnecessarily disturbing the yajna of the Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra himself could do it. He was giving all the alms and the training. He himself could do it. He didn't do. Why? That is not my job. I am a Brahmana and I should not take up the alms. But I can give you the training. It is your dharma. Friends, here we learn swadharma. What is the swadharma? As a monk, as a mendicant, as a holy person, we are not supposed to mingle with the social problems, political things, never. Why? That is not our dharma, swadharma. We are supposed to train up people, tell them what is good and what is bad. And it is their responsibility to do that. So they should do that in their own way. So that is swadharma, that is a different thing. That is excellent conception in the Hinduism, swadharma. And Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna said, swadharme nidhanam sreya. It is better to die in your performing your own responsibility. Paradharma bhayavaha. And the practicing the responsibilities is terrible. But suppose you are a monk, but you take up arms, and then you are a very good fighter. You go and give a lead, a group of people and fight the war and win, but that is adharma for you. So one should not do that. Vishwamitra didn't do that. Vishwamitra trained up these two boys. So this we learn from the Ramayana, that everyone should sticking to their own. Vishwamitra, though he was a very good warrior, but he didn't do that. He only taught. And Rama, though he was only 12 years, 13 years, had the confidence, and he really punished him. So first work that he did of punishing the wrongdoers in the ashrama of the Vishwamitra. The Vishwamitra Muni. Then Rama came back after marrying the Sita, and we know all the story. And when he came back, and afterwards, and the father was very happy. Now I am old, better Rama should be the king. The coronation ceremony, date was fixed, everything was going on well. But some jealousy came and all this story. Maybe tomorrow we can touch up those stories. Rama was compelled to go. He was asked to go. The 14 long years in the jungle. So he was banished from the kingdom and he had to go. He told, okay, no problem for me. And he was confident that I can survive. And not only that, by that time, he knew about the rishis, the very good people, very well-learned people. Talking with them means learning so many things. I will go and mix with those people and stay with them. I will enjoy these 14 long years, not as a punishment, but as the discipline to learn so many things. So he got ready. His shadow brother, he said, Lakshmana, I will also go with you. I cannot live without you. Then comes the Sita. Sita was a queen and Sita was a princess. So she, all through her life, she was living a comfortable life, an aristocratic, comfortable life. But here we find Swadharma. Again, Sita as a wife told, as a husband, you gave me all this comfort. I enjoyed. As a husband, now you are in trouble. I will be with you. When you are walking on the street, I will be with you. In the jungle you are living, I am with you. I cannot leave you because that is my Swadharma. And as a husband to protect me, naturally question of protection. You are a lady, how can you survive over there? But I will survive. But you have to protect me as a husband. And if you cannot, that means you are not the proper husband. Husband, that capacity should be there to protect the wife. And at the time of marriage, you have taken the oath that all through my life you will protect me. And I have taken the oath that all through my life I will follow you as a shadow of yours. It's the husband-wife, that is the relation. So Swadharma we find. So Rama had to accept the argument of the Sita, and Sita also got ready. All the three of them, they came out and they were in the jungle. And one after another places they traveled. All people followed them. Rama told where you are going. In the jungle, if you go, that will be no more jungle. There will be again a city. You remain over here. I will come back after 14 years. It's not a long period of time. I'm going to come back. So let me go. Somehow he convinced them, crossed the Saraju, that river, and then entered into, and he reached Panchavati. One after, if you read the Ramayana of Valmiki, the beautiful descriptions of all these places. A very famous Ramayana in the northern part of India, it is there. It's called Tulsidas Ji Ramayana. The Tulsidas Ji Ramayana, it is the Goswami Tulsidas Ji. He used to meditate on Sri Ramachandra, and he used to think that he is with Rama, as if traveling, he can see, like that. But it's imagination. That is Ramacharit Manasa. So that is the manana. He used to do the manana meditation. But actual Ramana was composed by, written by the Valmiki. So Rishi Valmiki, he saw all those at that time. And in his ashrama, only Rama's sons were born. He protected the mother Sita, and naturally, he was greatly involved in that. So Valmiki is describing. Rama went into the Panchavati. And you know, the Panchavati, there, that thing happened. Surpanakha came. So when the Surpanakha came, that lady, it's not that she was not a good-looking lady. She was very good-looking. She was very beautiful. In those days, please allow me to tell this, it was the system that the ladies should choose a man, not as a husband, just like to spend some time with the boy or the person. So that much. So that was the system, that was the norm. It was nothing wrong for Shurpanakha to approach Sri Rama, who was very good looking, very handsome, was I like to be with you. When Rama told, sorry, I cannot, because my wife is sitting by my side, look at it. So I cannot, I'm sorry. Why he said sorry? He could say, go away, you, the useless lady, not like that. He didn't say that. Why? That was the system, that was the norm. It was nothing wrong in it. Nothing wrong in it. And before that, when we see this, the Prajapati's daughter, one of the daughters, a Parvati, she looked at Shiva. And Shiva was elderly, Shiva was not having anything, but very, very good looking. So Parvati fell in love with the Shiva and told, I'm going to marry. Parvati's sisters were there, his senior sisters. But Parvati told, I like to marry him. No one could say no. That was the system in those days. So this Shurpanakha came, and Shurpanakha told that I like to marry you, be with you. And then the Rama told no. And he said, you better try with my brother, Lakshmana. He is alone. And Lakshmana was in a different mood, completely. And that's why, first thing, he was very short-tempered. And secondly, he was in a mood to protect Rama and Sita, because he promised his mother that I am going to protect the Rama and Sita. His mother promised me that you will look at Rama as your father, not as the elder brother. Dasharatha, that is the Rama. And protect them. So he was meditating on them in that way. And when this lady came, that disturbed. And obviously, the rage came, and a great mistake happened. he cut the nose, the top of the nose, tip of the nose, and that was the terrible thing. He could say, no, I refuse. And the Shurpanakha could curse. That was also the system. Then Arjuna was approached by one lady. Arjuna said, no, refused. So he was cursed. So all the stories we have to understand, this was a system in those days in the society. It was nothing wrong. So Shurpanakha came, he could also say like Rama, no, at this moment, I am protecting them, this is my duty, and I am not. Instead, it deformed her. And she went to Khara. Khara was one of the brothers and the cousin brothers of the Ravana. She was the sister of Ravana, and she was roaming around because that was their place. These Rakshasas, they were highly educated, highly qualified people, and they had a huge portion of land they were ruling, they used to live. These people, they entered into that. So obviously, the conflicts were there. So that time, she went to the Khara. Khara, the king Khara, he sent 5,000 soldiers to punish the Rama and Lakshmana, particularly Lakshmana. And his commander was the Dushana. And the Dushana said, Khara, the king, he asked his commander, army chief, send some people and punish these two boys, bring them if possible. So I like to see them and judge them. But when this 5,000 went, Rama alone killed them. So when they say the Rama, he had the capacity to shoot the arrow at a time as if like a rain is coming down, non-stop, he could shoot. So by that way, he was killing, and all this fighter. Another thing we should remember, in those days, bow and arrow was very sophisticated weapon. Very sophisticated weapon. Only few people they used to have that. Now, some of the weapons nowadays they are there, only 5 or 6 countries they are having. So they are the most powerful countries. Not all cannot have that. Like that, bow and arrow, only Ravana used to have, Sri Ramachandra was having. Even the Hanumana never saw that. How they used to fight, wrestling, by throwing stones, or by mainly uprooting the trees and to beating with that. So just that very, very, so obviously not killing, injuring people mostly. But Rama's arrows, they were very sharp and they were dying one after another. 5,000 they're slain by the Rama over there. So that was the fast. This war is famous as Janasthana Yuddha. Janasthana war, there only one person who survived out of the 5,000 soldiers was Akampana. This Akampana, somehow he understood that it is of no use going to Khara. The Khara cannot do anything. So he went to the Ravana to testify that these two brothers are terribly powerful. And even the junior brother Lakshmana didn't join in the war. And he was protecting Ma Sita. When these 5,000 they were approaching, Lakshmana took the Sita and put it in a cave, and he was standing in front of the cave to protect the Sita. When the Rama noticed that Sita is protected, he liked it. He smiled at Lakshmana, appreciating his idea, and then all alone went. And this, why we are describing this war? He is punishing the wrongdoers. The Rama is punishing the wrongdoers. So here we can find Rama was Parabrahma. Rama was Supreme God. Rama's power, naturally supreme. No one can compare with that. And that's this Rama, when he was fighting, he was punishing these people. Then he made a Kabandha. Kabandha, there's another story. a person who did a wrong thing and he was cursed by another god. And his skanda, his head was on his shoulder, actually on the belly. That was a very peculiar form. So no one can kill him because the head is not there, it is in the belly. So he from there used to, that was a very deformed, and he was a very terrible type of person. So what one can do, he attacked the Rama and he actually took the Sita and on his shoulder. And it was necessary for Rama to kill, otherwise he never wanted to kill him. He said, hey, don't do that. Put the Sita back. If you like to fight with me, fight with me. Why Sita? No, you have to kill me. He was insisting that Rama should kill him. The Rama and Lakshmana both took up the arms and killed him. After, when he passed away, his original form came up. He was a demigod. But he did something wrong. He was punished by the Supreme God that you should be defamed and you'll be there. And how to, I can get, well, I have done a wrong, but I should get the redemption of that. How to do? Ramachandra will come, and if Rama kill you, then only you will. So he was insisting that Rama should kill him. Then after the killing, he came out of his original form and he blessed Rama. He said, because of you, now I am going back to my original form and I will go to my own abode. Thank you very much. But I tell you one thing, this Kara, the Kabanda, he said that you must go to Kiskinda. All these places were there and develop friendship with a king who is banished over there now, hiding in the jungle. Go and find out that king. The Rama went afterwards when the Sita was abducted. And here, the Rama was born to kill Ravana. So these all things are happening because of that. So just like a drama, things are happening. The Rama was born and Rishi Vishwamitra, all this training only to do that. This Ravana, he was the son of Maharishi Vishwasrava. Vishwasrava was a very famous and a great rishi. Not only rishi, Maharishi. With the gradation we can understand, the Maharishi, he was the son of that, but still he was having a very bad character. He was the cousin brother of Kubera, the then richest person in the world, Kubera. But even then, he went to Kubera and threatened him and took away his plane. Kubera was the only person who was having a plane. And Ravana took away that also. His wife Mandodari was the daughter of the great architect Maydanaba. Those who have read the Ramayana, you know that all the wonderful architectural thing that did by the Maydanaba. The name is Maydanaba doesn't mean, whenever we utter the word Danaba, we think, oh, terrible people. But they were highly qualified people. Among the Vanaras also, engineers were there. And they're very creative type of people. So they were the civilization. Their names were like that. The civilization names were like this. That's a Rakshasa, Banara, Bhaluka. These were Nagas. They were not serpents. They were not snakes. But the human being, the civilization was that by that name. So Mandodari was a very beautiful lady, and the Mandodari was the daughter of a great architect, Maydanaba. And this Mandodari was highly educated lady also. He was married to the Mandodari. But not that her father gave the marriage to. There also he went, threatened him to kill, and then forcefully married the Mandodari. And that was the Ravana. Ravana was very qualified and Ravana was very good looking. Now, I will give a testimony of the Hanumanji. He is talking about the Ravana. So why we are discussing this? Though he was having all these qualities, only one bad quality that he was having, terrible ego, tremendous ego. And that is the reason God had to punish him. Hanumanji, he went in search for the Sita and ultimately found Sita. And then after that, he thought, very well planner, he thought, I must do something so that they become afraid. To conquer the enemies, first thing you have to create psychological fear. Oh my God, these people are very powerful. Oh my God, they are having so. They are 25%, 50%, they're already defeated because of the fear. So obviously, he thought, no, before leaving this place, I should create something so that they start thinking about us and become very much afraid. The local people, the masses. So he started breaking and arsonic. Almost he burned the whole city. And ultimately, Ravana sent some people, he could kill them. But he said, no, let me go and see Ravana. Who is Ravana? And if I can go and see, and he was confident. Hanumanji was confident that no one can kill him and keep him bound. He is free. But he surrendered only to meet Ravana, to see Ravana, so that he can go back to Rama and report properly that this is the enemy, he looks like this and all this. So he surrendered and they took him to Ravana. And Ravana was sitting on the throne. When they drag him there, as all the time they do, and Hanumanji looked at him and he was soliloquizing. That is written over here. Aho Rupam. When he first looked at the Ravana, he was taken aback. Oh my God, as a human, male form, but beautiful form. Aho Rupam. Before that, he has already met Sri Ramachandra. This person, this Hanumanji, he met Sri Rama. Rama is considered the most beautiful person. Even then, after seeing the Ravana, when he is thinking, that means a real good appearance. He said, Aho Rupam, how beautiful this person is. Aho Dhairyam, look at his qualities. Aho Sattam, and not only very handsome, so calm, so unique power that he is having. Aho Sattam, Aho Dutihi, the very attractive gestures. There's some people when they're looking, and about Swami Vivekananda, many, they have in their memory, they have memorized. When Vivekananda used to look, it was very difficult to take away your eyes from his eyes. His eyes were so big, and he'll be looking in a bit different way, and his gesture, posture, turning, and that is the way the attraction comes, because some of the people, they have their own very special gestures. So Hanumanji, very thoroughly observing this enemy, and he could not restrain himself but appreciating. And he is appreciating Aho Rupam, Aho Dhairyam, Aho Sattvam, Aho Dutihi, Aho Rakshasa Rajasya, Sarva Lakshana Yuktata. All the Hanumanji was highly educated person. When the Rama first met Hanumanji, after hearing the conversation, he told his brother, the Lakshmana, he must be a qualified person. Did you notice in his language, this is not a single mistake in grammar. And he used exactly the word that is supposed to be used. He must be a highly qualified person and cultured person. And this person, when he is appreciating the Ravana, and what was the Ravana's mistake? The Ravana's mistake, I will tell you why Ravana was killed. Because he tortured long back a king on a run. On a run was from the dynasty lineage of Ikshaku. And he was a very pious man, and he cursed him I could not fight back with you, but someone from my family will someday kill you. So he cursed him. The Honoran's family, Ikshaku, the Ikshaku lineage, Ramachandra, he was from that family. That is first. Secondly, Ravana tortured and raped a lady, Bedavati. She was practicing spirituality in a lonely place. This fellow went and tortured her, and by that way. And she cursed, you'll be dead because of a lady. Someone will kill you because of a lady. Brahma cursed Ravana. Why? Because shamelessly he tortured and raped the daughter of Varuna, that is Punjika Sthali. The lady's name was Punjika Sthali. Ravana did that. And the Lord Brahma cursed him. He will die in the hand of a lady. The pious Nandishwara, he was a very pious man, but his jaws were little broad and strong. Ravana insulted him before everyone as Banara, because the Banaras, the clan, they are having the jaws like that. That is naturally different, the features. And he cursed him again. And breaking all ethics, the Ravana abducted Ma Sita wearing the monk's dress. So that was the ultimate, the punishment. When the Ravana was dying, he was a great worshipper of Lord Shiva. The Shiva was sitting and observing. Ravana is dying. So obviously, some people they say, why you don't go and save the Ravana? Ravana is your disciple. Ravana is your worshipper. You know what the Shiva said? Ma Parvati requested Shiva to help Ravana. So look at it, that everybody is there, they're killing the Ravana. It is your duty as a guru, as a god, to go and serve. Shiva told, I would have gone, but now I won't go. I will never help Ravana. You know why? Because if Ravana, in his original form, abducted Sita, it would have been all right. I would have said, okay, he is a characterless fellow, but the other way good. So I would have helped him. But he took the garb of a sannyasin. A sannyasin's garb, people, they all believe it. And he has disrespected the garb of a sannyasin, and that is the reason I will never help him. And Sri Ramachandra had to kill Ravana to again establish Dharma. We can understand at that time, everyone, everywhere, they were afraid of Ravana. He was so powerful and so notorious. So obviously, it was necessary for the god. And he was so powerful, even the Indra could not fight with him. He was defeated. So the Lord had to come, take the form of Sri Ramachandra, and he punished him by killing him. Before killing, he gave the offer. After reaching over there, he sent his messenger. He told, you return back my wife. And I will ask that if you have not tortured her, I won't do anything. By that time, almost 80% Rakshasas were dead. The whole city was burned. Nothing was left. But we appreciate Mandodari never ever said any word about it. She knew Ravana very well. Not only that, she knew all these curses. She knew that Ravana has done all this and he is supposed to get the punishment, so never intervened. Oh, please, if she had come and prayed to the Rama, that she didn't do that. So the Ravana, he told, no, even if I die, I own. Then one person, his brother, Vibhishana, I will just tell this and stop and wait for the questions. It's Vibhishana, he told Ravana, he was the only person. No one could say. But the Vibhishana went and told not once, 3-4 times. And there's a descriptions when Ravana got up from the sleep in the night and he was taking a walking. The Vibhishana knew that this is a very good time for Ravana. He is in good mood and sycophants are not around. Because if you go and say something, sycophants immediately, no, you are a powerful man. Why? By that way they disturb. Oh, this is the good time. Once he went and told Ravana, not as your subject, but as your brother, I have come. And I tell you, why Mandodari, the most beautiful lady of the world, your wife, why you have brought the Sita? Now compare with Mandodari first. Second, you have done it in a very heinous way. If you had fought with her husband, and then I could appreciate, everybody would have been. But you have not done that. And you gave her the faith that you are a holy person. And that was also wrong. Ravana, you should not do it. The Ravana brushed him aside and said, don't come to me again. And if I see your face, I will kill you. Go away. Before leaving, he said this, I will quote, Purusha Sulabha Rajan Satatam Priyabadinaha. This is the very good teaching for the administrators. He said, O Lord, O King, you will find many people who will come and tell you very sweet words. They're sycophants. They're not telling the truth. You won't get the proper idea actually because they're sycophants. Purusha Sulabha Rajan Satatam every time, Priyobadinaha. They'll be telling you very sweet words. But apriyasya cha pathasya bhakta srota cha durlabha. This is Ramayana Juddha Kanda. It is there. Apriyasya cha means and, pathasya bhakta srota cha. Apriya satya, but this is the truth. But it may not be palatable for you. So to tell the truth and to listen and understand that this type of people are very rare. That is true. So people cannot go to the king and tell that, oh, this is wrong for you. And even if they say, immediately they will punish them. You know, in the democracy, the three great pillars, one is this, that is called media. Media is supposed to tell the truth because they will be everywhere. They are the eye and ear of the king, of the ruler. Media goes everywhere, collect information, and then publish it. If it is against the king, immediately king will punish them. But that is wrong. You should inquire. So this is what the Bibhishana told Rama that was correct. Thank you, friends. If you have any questions, we can answer to that. So why the Rama, the Supreme God, took that human form to establish dharma? And what was the dharma? Tomorrow we will discuss that at length. And he punished the Ravana because Ravana was the support of all bad doers. So that's why he killed the Ravana. Now, any question? Yes.
I don't know if you can answer this, but it's very difficult to hear of all the horrible things Ravana did, including horribly treating those two ladies. Is it a fact that we have to accept sometimes it takes that long for the evildoers to be?
See, the two ladies, they were tortured by a very powerful person. Very powerful person. Even in the modern days and in the media, a very powerful person, after doing wrong thing, nobody could do anything. So we have to wait. A time will come when he'll be punished. He will be punished for the bad thing that he has done, but it may take some time. It was like that. Ravana was so powerful in those days. He was controlling the whole country by that way. People were terrified, including the gods. God means very powerful people. But even then, the Indra and others, they were the gods, they were very much afraid of Ravana. So we believe the Supreme Lord took the Rama form and punished him. Though late, but he was punished.
It may not be well formed. If I understand, there is a adharma, that's why there was so much killing and bloodshed and stuff. If you relate that to what's happening in this age, where the Muslims can say the others are infidels, so they're waging a holy war. So how do we reconcile that? That's number one. Because even in the Gita, the whole thing is about war. So one side's truth is another side's lie, and the other way around. So, and the second part of question is, if I have to imbibe Rama's top 3 or 5 qualities, that's why we call him the God, what would that be? Sorry.
So actually, that the quality of Rama, I was thinking to discuss tomorrow, because the Rama and the humanity, what is his contribution? You know what Rama, that is the keeping the words. Once you have given the word, you must keep. That is the first teaching and the only teaching of Sri Rama. So another question, the other part, that is that you say that, of course, in modern time, when you think in that way, that is really, really terrible. But we have to think of the time of that time, that who is going to punish Ravana and how he is going to punish Ravana. The good person, like that, his brother, he went and so many times he requested, but he never listened to that. His guru and the god, Shiva, also told that you should not do this. He never listened to that. It was inborn, so it was necessary to punish. And that punishment, when we see as a death, and we think, oh, there's a terrible thing, people are killing. But you know what happened? That they get, as because the Rama, he is a supreme Lord, when he is touching, they are also getting liberation. The body that we see, that is perished over here, but the soul, that is saved. So that is the thing, if you notice. When the Krishna organized that, and Krishna was looking at all the enemies of our Arjuna, in the next we'll discuss, and he was taking away all their sins and giving them the mukti, there itself. So they were dying in front of the Lord. Obviously, they are getting the mukti, though apparently we see that they are doing wrong things. But other things, when their God is not there, both sides are actually fighting for their ego. That is a totally different thing. But here, the Dharma Yuddha, when you think, the Dharma Yuddha means a person with a prayerful mind is going, and when he is killing his enemy, not with the enmity, the Rama also, when he killed the Ravana, before that he said, when the Ravana first came and he was tired, Rama could kill him. But already 7 days, the war was over. And Ravana devastated, all the sons are dead, friends are dead, brothers are dead. So, and he also fought from the morning itself. In the afternoon when he came, and the Rama told, Ravana, you are tired, go back, take rest, tomorrow I'll meet you. So these are the called Dharma Yuddha. Now do you think they will do that? So, okay, thank you.